What is going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I want to give you the first look at the next battle pass that's coming out. Yes, it was disappointing it didn't come out with the most recent patch. However, I have some information and some pictures. Not really information, more pictures, but we're going to determine information from these pictures for you today. Really excited to get into it. Definitely have some really cool stuff to go over, so let's get right into it. So the first picture we have here today is a first generation Macintosh quality photo. We have this really cool looking green guy on the left. We have, it looks like a dwarf in the middle, I'm not sure. A lot of staves, a lot of magic going on, and I can't really make out who this champion is right here. I'm assuming it's a female, not that I assume genders. Let's take a step back and relax here. But so overall, this doesn't give us a lot of information, but still a cool picture regardless. Would be much cooler if this was in better quality, but let's move on to the next one. So moving on to the next picture, we have a picture of, yes, the battle pass. And I don't know if this is just like a stock image showing random rewards. We can what can we see here? We can see energy refills, ancient shards, a key, gems, bonus experience, nothing new. This could be just be a stock image like I'm saying, but we now can confirm that the green demon looking guy is going to be the legendary reward from the battle pass. So this is really cool. This is probably the coolest looking guy out of the last photo, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Now let's go to probably the most important picture and the one I want to spend a little bit of time going over. So let's head straight onto that picture. So this next photo for sure is going to be the highlight photo. This shows us all of the champions we're going to be receiving from the battle pass and the skill tooltips for all of their abilities. So this is awesome. So as we can see from the left here, I'm not really sure which faction this sand person is going to fit into. It is possible she becomes a barbarian if it is a she. I can't really see this type of model fitting somewhere else. You can let me know in the comments what you think. Now this is definitely one of the mages and casters because we see a staff in this first image right here. So this could possibly be some type of debuff. The A2 also looks like a debuff. We see a champion or some kind of icon in chains here. Maybe this can be some type of CC, whether it's stun, sleep. So it's looking pretty cool. Now the A3 looks like some type of empowerment to your champions instead of like a debuff with the sword and the fiery ring around it. So maybe we're looking at a simple attack up, or maybe we're looking at something even bigger like an increased crit damage with an attack up, increased critical rate, one of these new buffs that we could be seeing. So who knows here? This is just speculation. This is probably going to be a rare. I don't really remember if any rares were released in the battle pass. However, if there were rares, I would say this would definitely be one of them for sure. Moving on to the next guy, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a high elf. Kind of looks like a high elf. With the A1, I would assume this is a defense down or one of these empowering. I mean, I guess it could be an attack down as well. It's really hard to tell with the tooltips. So if it is in fact a defense down or an attack down, obviously we'd love to see that on an A1 ability. So that would be definitely cool. A2 looks like a heal. We have the positive sign surrounding this glowing yellow staff. So now this brings the question, are we going to have our first attack down healer? Is the A1 notifying that it's an attack up and not an attack down? It looks like we have some type of turn meter boost on the A3 with the arrow pointing up with the people in the picture. So that could be really cool as well. So if these are rares, these will definitely be beneficial rares to the player base. Now it looks like we have a dwarf here for our third champion. I really can't say what this first icon looks like to me. As I'm going through all of these, definitely drop a comment in below. And if you want to label them champion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let me know what you guys think these skills look like. These tooltips are sweet. These avatars are sweet that they have for them. So I'm really hyped to see what these champions have to offer. Now this, I can't even begin to describe what this second ability looks like. The third one definitely looks like some type of team boost, as probably you can guess. And the third one, It can be so many different things. It looks like it's a self buff of some kind, making him stronger. I mean, that's really vague, but that's all I can get from that picture. Now, this next image is interesting. This is someone I was talking about in one of the last Macintosh looking pictures. She definitely is a really cool model, and this artwork alone on her makes her look really good as well. So I'm excited to see what we have here. Looking at the skills, looks like there's some type of voodoo doll here. So it's possible she is a Night Revenant. I think that kind of fits how she looks at the moment. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe a Dark Elf, but I'm pretty sure it's a Night Revenant. Now for the A1, it looks like just a damaging ability. The A2 could be interesting. Some type of reflection, self-inflicted harm on them. Maybe something like a karma where you remove buffs and then deal damage to the target. Obviously, showing a voodoo doll, it makes it look like you were going to do something to inflict damage directly onto the target without hitting them. That's just my interpretation. From the A3, it's possible this is a revive. It kind of looks like a revive with the angel wings there, but regardless, pretty cool. Now, I love great looking models and like scary monster type champions, and this Inferno looking guy with the horns coming out, I'm all about this. This looks really cool. The A1, we have some type of scimitar. So that could be a typical A1. We have a meteor for the A2, so we could definitely be seeing some really cool animations coming out. The A3 looks like it could be a defense up. I wouldn't be surprised if this was also a defense down on an AoE. That would be cool. Really hope they don't do something where it's like a single target defense down. That would just be a total buzzkill. The A4, possibly a passive. I would definitely say it's a passive. Maybe we're going to see an HP burn to go along with his fiery theme. So overall, I mean, I'm all about champion looks. I believe that you can just gear a champion and make them good no matter what. I am a bit biased because I do have access to pretty good gear, but regardless, I'm all about the champion looks. Which brings us to our next champion who, going back to Macintosh really quick, just look at this guy's arm. You know this is going to be sweet. Like, you already know this is going to be sweet. He's got some void, fell arm. Looks like he's green molten lava. Really, really cool stuff. His head here is kind of looking like a piece of chewed gum, I'm not going to lie. So they definitely could have done a little bit better, in my opinion, on this avatar art. However, really cool looking champion from the last picture I just showed you. The A1, a spiked club, so maybe one of his hands are spiked. Maybe it's a tail. I don't really know yet. The A2 looks like some type of group buff. The A3 makes me think this is going to be a defense-based champion. Could be an attack-based or health-based, but this looks like an ally protection or a new variation of ally protection buff. There is another buff that is different than shared damage that isn't out yet, called like protect ally or something. So we could be introduced to that with this legendary champion here, or maybe that's not coming out yet, who knows. Then we have this passive here. This does look like a reflect damage, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like his head has closed and the spikes are sticking out, referring to if the champion gets hit, it's going to reflect damage back on the champion. Now, we've had a lot of train wreck disasters with champions like this. First one that came out was Angar, he had to be buffed. The second one was War Chief, he also had to be buffed. There's an epic that's slipping my mind right now. However, I really hope they did a good job this time, especially being that Battle Pass legendary reward. I think it's extremely important that they make the value of this champion very high. So as far as discussions and what I have to offer to you today, this is all I have for you. Just this sneak peek at the abilities and the icons and what they look like. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I was really hyped when I saw this. Maybe this is good news saying that they're ready for the Battle Pass. They weren't ready enough to release in this patch, but they have it ready now. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. I like to think positive. So what I want to know is, what do you think of these champions? Do they look cool? Are you looking forward to this Battle Pass? How much do you guys miss the Battle Pass? Whether it's the extra experience that we took advantage of. I know I miss it. I didn't realize it at the time, but I am definitely missing that bonus experience for sure. As always, guys, thanks a bunch for watching. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you all in the next video.